Hello, Aquarius. Welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. If Aquarius is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your reading. Please hit the like button, leave a comment. Consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. And if there's anything you would like me to pray over, or meditate upon, or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Aquarius, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And there is the Queen of Cups, very deep water energy. So let's see what we're diving into, right? I feel like there is a lot of deep water headed your way. I feel like we are exerting our strength, our willpower. Oh, and look at this Empress energy. More water, some earth, more earth. This is pretty nice right here. There's no air energy here, so hopefully we can breathe underwater, but let's, yeah, there we go. Look at that. We have a little bit of air energy, so it seems pretty balanced here. But let's select our mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. We're going to use the Smith-Waite Tarot. And this is just one card we select at random. We're not going to look at it until the very end of the reading. We'll put our alien right there on top. And hopefully that card will, tie everything together and give us the confirmation that we need at the end of the reading. So let's dive into it. Yeah. We've got 3 major arcana. We have just a little bit of fire, right? Just a little bit of fire. We have some water. We have a little bit of air. And we've got some earth energy. So it's fairly balanced. I think the water here is very significant, especially because it seems like we're diving down into this water and we're finding this Empress, right? We're getting beneath the surface of things, and I think it's going to require a lot of strength for you to do that. But let's see if we can figure out a little bit more about this water energy, this Queen of Cups. I feel like there is there's an attempt for you to understand how you feel about things. There's an attempt to understand our connection with what we're doing, with the life that we're leading, right? I kind of feel like we're trying to understand the purpose of everything that we're enduring, everything that we're experiencing. I don't think there's anything really too rough going on right now. Here's the 4 of Cups in yesterday's energy, recent past energy. This is the energy I think that we are bringing into the reading today, right? This is just some of the cups that are slowly filling up this really deep well here, right? This really deep lake, slowly being filled by this quite calm, quite gentle 4 of Cups energy. So I think that life has been pretty stable. Right? I think emotionally you've been fairly satisfied with things. If somebody were to ask you, how do you feel right now about your life? You say, it's okay. But I think it's giving rise. I think we're experiencing this, not idleness necessarily, but just a settled nature, a kind of settled life, but is there more? Is there something deeper here? This is a boat that is in the harbor. It's anchored. It's just kind of hanging out there. It's just floating there. It's not sinking. There's not a hole in the boat. But it's not sailing off toward adventure either, right? It's stable. It's very seaworthy. But it's not doing much beyond maintaining its current position, right? I kind of feel like that's what's going on right now. There's this question, is there something deeper? Is there a deeper meaning behind all of this? How far down does this water go? Well, in order to find out how far down, where the bottom is or how deep the water is, I think we have to get out of the bay. Right? We have to get out of the harbor where it's probably not very, I don't know what that was. It's probably not very deep here in the bay, right? It is, it's necessary for us to get the motor started or get the sails up. In this case, I think we kind of have the choice here between the sails with this air energy and the motor with this fire energy. It kind of depends on how we want to do it. Do we want to intellectually explore the depths, right, to see where this water energy, are we going to find what's down beneath the sea, this Empress energy, using logic, using our power of choice, right, our discernment, moment to moment, making choices as to what is right for us, what is the meaning, what is the path that leads to this meaning, this Empress, this love, this joy. Now we'll talk about the Empress in a minute, because I think that's what we are looking for down there. This sense of purpose and meaning, this significance, right? The Four of Cups life that we've been leading, I think, is pretty on the surface here. There's a lot more depth, a lot more mystery, a lot more meaning to things. And I think that's what you're searching for. And we are, I think, getting ready to dive down into these depths, right? I think we're on a search for meaning. And I think what we're finding when we do this, again, we have to maybe choose between the fire and the air, but maybe not. Maybe we can use both of these, the motor and the sail, right, to get ourselves, I don't know what keeps beeping. I must have left a phone on or something maybe it's the laptop. I apologize for that. It's always something down here. Anyway, searching for meaning. Here is the Empress underneath the surface of the water. This is way down in the depths. This, I think, is the true meaning, the significance. This is your destiny that you find here. Right? This is what we are kind of looking for. This is what we are striving toward. This is what we are seeking. And this is love and beauty and connection. It's productivity. It's an affectionate life. It's a joyful experience. This is the meaning that we find when we are searching behind things, underneath the surface of things. We're really looking as far down into life, ourselves, our experience, our existence. We're looking for this mystery, and this is the mystery of life. This is the energy, that magic, majestic force that's behind everything that grows, that lives. Yeah. So in some ways, we're looking for ourselves, right? We're looking for our soul, our spirit, the connection to God, goddess, deity. This could be more generalized into a religious longing or yearning, a religious striving down beneath the surface. This could manifest in specific ways because we have these earth energies. We have a lot of earth energies here. See, 1, 2, 3, even that Capricorn devil energy is some earth energy. So we're looking to manifest all of this water, all of this love and spirit and intuition. We go diving down here to find that Empress. And we're hoping that that Empress will give us perhaps it's a Lady of the Lake situation, and we find this sort of discernment. And we're able to cut through the jungle of our life and find our own meaning, cut our own path, right? Forge our own way. Using the fire, using this earth energy with the power of discernment, with the ability. Maybe it is a sword that we find here with the Empress. And that is what we use to make our decisions going up the path of the serpent. So we are hoping that this Empress will give us some idea of practical directions, right? Practical ways to move forward, especially with this Prince of Pentacles in the future. But now we've got, in the very center, we have this engine, this nine of swords. This is strength. This is making progress by sheer willpower. This is forging ahead without necessarily having the need to steer the ship, right? We're still kind of looking for this Two of Swords. We're not quite there yet. Or maybe that's the sails or something. But the engine is going, right? The engine is running, and this is, I think, a kind of a spontaneity. It's an experimental approach. This is trying many different things. This is the motor of this Prince of Pentacles, yeah. And this can push forward ahead really to any kind of destination, right? Whatever you set your sights on, you can attain. I don't think you have a problem in your life achieving things. I think what we're looking for is a meaning, a purpose, right? Yes, you can go and you can excel, and you can, you can get promotions and you can accomplish things. You have that kind of follow through. You have that kind of willpower and fortitude that if you say you're going to do something, you do it, you get it done, right? But what you want is this Empress energy. You want this meaning and purpose behind what you do. You want to understand what it is that you should be doing with this engine and this Prince of Pentacles. So I think we are kind of hoping for this energy, the Empress energy, to be the Lady of the Lake and give us this magical sword that is, I kind of wish this was the ace. Because if this was the ace, then it was like, okay, we found our one path. We know the meaning of our life. We know our true purpose, and we can use our fire and earth energy to push forward and to achieve that. We know what we want to achieve. I wonder if you've ever been called an overachiever. Because I kind of get that vibe here, you know? But it's not an overachiever in the sense that you just like to show off and you just like to prove that you can, you can finish all these different things and reach all of these goals and accomplishments. We're doing so many different things all the way to the end, finishing them, following through, because we're searching for that one path that has this rewarding Empress kind of experience to it. So it's almost like all of these different things that you do are an attempt to get down to the real depths of the water and find that Empress, right? And we're hoping that the Empress, by doing all of these different things and finding that Empress, we will get that Ace of Swords, but we don't find the Ace of Swords. We still end up with two. We still end up with this choice between the different paths, right? So in a certain sense, this feels to me like it doesn't really matter what the physical manifestation of this is. Once you find the meaning, once you find the Empress, that source of love and joy and beauty that tells you that you're doing the right thing, it doesn't really matter what path you choose. Because any of them, if they are backed by this Empress energy, are going to be the correct path. Does that make sense? It's the meaning within the path. It doesn't necessarily matter about the details, right? It does to a certain extent. But I think the meaning of this card, it's a little bit tricky. You could get fooled by this. See, we have this in our general energy. So I wonder if we get to this Empress energy, we find who we are deep down within us and what we want, what kind of life we want, what kind of experience we want. We know what's important to us, we know what we value, we know what we're capable of, what we want to create, all of this Empress stuff. But then we're still looking at it like, I can't decide where to take my my earth energy, my Prince of Pentacles. We've done all of this exploration and experimentation and this self-discovery, but we're still left with different paths in front of us. We're still left with these various choices. So it's almost like doing this work doesn't help us at all, right? But that's the joke of the Two of Swords, I think, because it's not saying necessarily that you have the choice. You have to make the correct choice. You have like door number 1, door number 2. You better make the right choice. No, I think this is saying that basically all roads lead to Rome. All of these, any path you take, as long as it's backed by this true knowledge of self, this gnosis, this spiritual connection, this sense of meaning and purpose, all of this water energy. As long as it has that water energy behind it, all paths really lead to the same destination. Because this card, the Prince of Pentacles, all this wants to do is work. This just finds the joy in getting dirty, sore muscles and getting scratches and bruises and just doing the heavy lifting. That's what this card likes to do. That's what this energy is all about. And this, well, it was in the position of what's directly before you. See if I can put these back where I found them. Here we go. So the Prince of Pentacles this is your love of hard work. This is just saying, look, the joy, the meaning, the real benefit, the real significance is in the work itself, not in necessarily what you're accomplishing or what the end result is. It's in the physical movement of materials. It's in the ability to take fire, inspiration, and meaning and significance and put that into your work. It's a mindfulness, sort of, right? To me, it kind of has this kind of like the mindfulness thing, but finding significance in the work itself, in the actual activity, not so much in the long-term path or the results of the work itself, right? And that's echoed by this devil energy, because the devil, you put any mountain in front of this goat and it's going to climb it. You give it anything to do and it will do it, and that is where it finds its joy. That is its happiness. And I feel like your happiness, we think the happiness is tied up in finding what is the one thing that I'm supposed to do with my life? How do I decide what am I supposed to do? I think that's the cruel joke, that there is no just one thing that you're supposed to do. It's a vibe that we put into everything that we do. And if we can find that vibe, maybe that's the choice here, or that's the discovery, is finding our own vibe, our own will, our own spirit and soul, that we could then put into literally anything that we're doing. Every path is the right path. Every path is your happiness. Every mountain is yours to climb, and that's where you find joy. It doesn't matter what mountain you're on. You just want to be up there on the mountain. Yeah. But I think it's still, we still require progress. We still require something specific to do to improve our lives and for our loved ones, and to feel like we're advancing. And, we need to earn money. We need to express our creativity. We need to find connection and love. And I think that's why there's a 9 of Pentacles at the top here. Because, yeah, all of this that we were talking about, this is good in a theoretical way. But practically speaking, we need to actually find progress. And it does come down to really picking a path, picking a mountain, and following through to the end. That's why I feel like you're an overachiever, kind of, right? Because you'll find a mountain, you'll climb it to the top, and maybe you get to the top and you think, this really wasn't my game. I don't feel satisfied. I don't feel happy. Maybe you were happiest when you first started out climbing. Not so much when we get to the summit. It's kind of bittersweet, perhaps. But nevertheless, we need this 9 of Pentacles. We need progress. We need to feel like we're getting somewhere. Yeah. And that's important. And we have the appropriate earth energies here to make that happen. This is us getting somewhere. This is our life improving. This is us getting the money that we need, taking care of our health, stuff at home. This is having a career, jobs, and having work that we do and projects that we want to complete. This is seeing things getting done, right? We're not just climbing up halfway and then leaping to the next mountain. We're getting all the way to the top. We're building things, right? But we're looking for this happiness, meaning, significance, this depth to experience. Now, the next card over here is the Mercury energy. This is in your environment. This is a card that just says, hey, here's a reminder. You can create anything that you wish. Whatever it is that you want, whatever you feel in your heart, whatever your love and passion and the meaning of your life is, you can manifest it. And this is kind of that irony too, because the magician will manifest whatever you want. Doesn't mean that you're going to like it, right? That's why the magician always has a little bit of a smile, because do you really know what you're asking for? So this is just a reminder of that, and this is the position of our environment. It's also the position of timing, right? What is it time for right now? Well, it's time for you to start acting like the magician, right? It's time for you to take this show into your own hands and accept the power that, you are manifesting whatever you put your will into. Whatever you put this fire, whatever you put this water energy, this Empress energy into, whatever you commit yourself to, you're manifesting that. You're creating this reality around you. So it is important that we discover this Empress card, that we do know ourselves, that we do get down to the real depths of things. Because then this magician Mercury energy will say, okay, you do know yourself. So what we are manifesting is going to be more fulfilling. It's going to be more in line with what we've discovered down here in this water energy. But the magician is also the illusionist, right? The magician, when we've assumed the role of the magician, then we realize that it doesn't matter what I create. It's all an illusion. Nothing is permanent, right? I'm not trying to say that if you don't put your hand on a hot stove burner that you're not going to get burned, right? Things relatively are solid. To me, for all intents and purposes, this desk is solid. Thankfully, it is. I'd fall over in the chair and stuff too. But in a philosophical sense, everything that the magician creates is an illusion, right? It is real, but it's not real. And that's the fun of, to the audience, that's what's fun. You see something kind of appear out of nothing, you think, wow, that's magic. The magician knows that it doesn't really matter what they create, because it's appearance. It is just the details on an abstract theory of magic, right? Magic is magic. Doesn't matter what the details are. Doesn't matter what you clothe it in. Doesn't matter what the costume is or the set design or anything like this. Someone said to me yesterday that they assume I'm wearing fake glasses as part of my stage persona here on the channel. Well, this is me, I don't, I know that it's all illusion. Why would I wear glasses? You can see they need to be cleaned. Why would I wear glasses if I didn't have to, Anyone who wears glasses all the time like I do, you know what I'm saying. I wouldn't choose to wear glasses if I didn't need to. Maybe I should try doing a reading without my glasses. Maybe next time. If I could even see the cards, though, I don't know. I'm sure it'd work out. So the magician understands that the magic is the energy behind, the meaning behind everything. It doesn't really matter the details of what we're doing. And in that kind of that realm of performance, it's about the connection, about connecting with the audience, about giving them something to astonish them, something that they're going to walk away from and just be like in awe, you know? It doesn't really necessarily matter what it is. We're looking for the effect. We're looking for the inner effect of what we do. And I think that's what's going on here. So magician is a very important card. It's time to be the magician and not be the audience, you know? We've got to connect with what we're doing in a deeper way. Doesn't matter what the exact show is, right? We want a show that's going to bring people in, that's going to pay the bills, of course, you know, that we can feel good about, you know, generally, that we can feel like we're doing something and we're keeping busy, you know, but it's about the inner connection of it for us. And now here's the Three of Pentacles. This is all business, right? This is transactions. This is the idea that the meaning that we found, this water energy, that lovely Empress energy, that now has just become a business. We've defiled it and just turned it into a mundane work to pay the bills. You know, it's like your love for mountain climbing, right? We got that goat coming up. Your love of mountain climbing, right? If you were to somehow, you know, monetize it, turn it into a business or something, then does it lose some of its magic? You know, does it lose some of its effect? Do I feel less connected with tarot because I'm doing it, you know, in public on a channel, you know? That's the worry here with the Three of Pentacles, and I think that's why it's in this position. This is the position of what we don't want. We don't want to turn our art just into this transactional business. But that's exactly what a magician does. The key here is to not lose any of our passion for being magicians, just because it has now taken on a more business kind of, you know, it's taken on a different kind of life. It has an extension. Doesn't mean that we're going to defile this or that we're going to lose any of the joy that we find in doing our magic. So I think the Three of Pentacles is a worry that you might have. When we do discover what all of this water energy means to us and what this Emperor means to us and this knowledge of self that we gained, of purpose, of will, of passion, of love, when we find the meaning of life, is it going to lose its magic? Is it going to lose its importance or significance if we then turn it into something that's going to help us pay the bills and, you know, support ourselves or our family or whatever this is? So I think you've got a lot of things to think about. And of course, we've got that goat energy, this devil energy at the end. Anything that you put in front of you, you're going to achieve. You're going to go all in, and you're going to, I think, do very well at it. Whatever field of study or work or career or whatever magic you do, I think you go all in, and you really take it to its summit, its peak, you know. Hear my cat scratching at the door. She's trying to claw her way up the mountain right now. She loves to come in. It's usually toward the end of a reading, I think. She likes to come and scratch at the door. The doors are wide open. I don't shut any of the doors in the studio. She likes to come and just scratch at the door. Maybe she's telling me to hurry or something. It's been a half an hour already, so maybe we should wrap it up. Yeah. So this devil energy, I think, this is kind of the overachiever, kind of, a little bit, right? It is, there's the cat again. That's some energy that really doesn't care so much about purpose, doesn't care about the why, just wants to do. Doesn't know what's at the top of the mountain, doesn't care about what's at the bottom of the mountain, just wants to climb and climb and climb. It's happiest when it's on the mountain. And I think that's a big factor for you too. Now what we have to do is kind of connect the Empress with this devil energy. And then I think we'll have kind of the best of both worlds. You'll find the beauty and the connection and the happiness and the joy in what you do, But we'll have all of this in between. All of this productive, supportive work. You'll have your meaning and your purpose, and it will be, you know, paying the bills and stuff too. I think this is your fate. I think that's what the Empress really is. What is meant for you? It's not necessarily how it manifests, what the details are, what the transactions are. It doesn't matter what the stage is like or the costumes or the set design. What matters is that you're happiest while you do it and you feel like there's significance and purpose behind it. Right? These two are the best kinds of connections to have. And of course, the Magician. But now, mystery card. Thank you, Simon, for your help today. Let's see, what does Simon say? Perhaps some water energy. Maybe a 6 of cups, maybe a 9 or a 10 of cups would be great. I think a 9 would be great. Showing the pursuit of our happiness, the following of our bliss. That now we understand how we are happiest when we are immersed in our work, doing what we love to do. Yeah, it's paying the bills. Yeah, it's, you know, but it's almost like we're finding meaning and purpose in whatever we do. We're bringing our own meaning and purpose into whatever work we may find ourselves doing, right? I think some water energy. Let's see. Ah, yes. I love the water energy. I love the Ace of Cups. Because the Ace of Cups is that idea that the source of all joy and beauty and meaning is within you. This is the water, this is the cup really that the Empress is holding. Right? The Empress is bringing you all the meaning and joy and love and affection that you need, that you want, that you can handle. And this is kind of this is like what I just said. We're taking our own meaning and purpose and all of this significance within us, and we're bringing it into whatever we do. Our daily activities, our work, our interactions with the world, whatever it is. So this is the source of all of that. I really think that this is your destiny, to discover this, to discover the significance and meaning in yourself, to bring into your work, but then also in whatever you're doing and bring it into yourself. See, it's kind of a two-way thing. I really love this as the confirmation card. Now, we are going to do an extended Aquarius. If you want to stick around, just click on the link up there. That'll give you access to all of the extended readings. Okay. Hit the like button, please. Subscribe to the channel. I'm going to thank you for being here, and thank you for letting me read for you. Oh, shoot. My cup's empty.